Court, the movie podcast where Sean
and Mampy
watch shit, talk shit, and most importantly, eat shit. We are the law.
And guess what we saw?
Until Dawn.
Yes, that's right.
A horror movie.
Based on a video game that was also horror.
From David F. Sandberg. I'm pretty sure that's his name.
Something like that.
Tweet at us at Food Courtcast.
Tweet at us.
Tweet at us at Food Courtcast.
Tweet at us.
It's a horror movie. You know what?
What?
With horror movies, actually with any movie, I like to ask Mampy. What did you think of this movie?
Oh my gosh, what a riot. What a time. This was just a real circus of emotions. I like this director. I liked his horror movies. I liked, Lights Out, Annabelle Creation. And I appreciated...
I love Lights Out.
I appreciated the attempt. I liked the practicals. I thought fun ideas. Mm-hmm. Overall, though, not quite coming together for me. That's what I think. That's my personal thought. What about you?
You know what I thought? About the same.
About the same. Yeah.
I think I bet people will be like, "This is the fucking word," because it's fine.
Yeah.
But it's weird. I don't understand how people react to horror movies.
Yeah.
Because, there's such a rabid fan base for horror movies. But it's, people are also really, really over the top about horror movies.
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh, this wasn't meaningful." Who the fuck cares?
I think horror is, the last place I want that. And almost anytime they, inject it overboard wise, it's like,
yeah,
okay, I didn't need all this. It's just a monster movie or your ghost.
I like some movies about trauma.
Sure, why not?
I like Smile.
I like Hereditary.
I like Smile too.
I like Smile too.
But not every movie. Though this is also a movie about trauma.
Yeah,
sort of.
Yeah, in a way,
kind of.
It's very thinly thrown on there.
That's preferred.
Yeah. Which, when I'm having fun and I'm liking the characters and it's like, oh, this is scary. Sure, it doesn't need to have some. And here's the big overarching thing we're talking about.
I mean, I love Dawn of the Dead. Both versions. And that is about things, obviously. But it's also just isn't it cool to shoot a zombie in the head?
Exactly.
Or if a zombie bites a woman's arm and the flesh tears off.
Oh.
Isn't that cool?
Ouch. Ooh. Ow.
I don't like that.
Oh, it just bit me. That's not bad, is it?
I'm fine, right? I felt about the same way about this movie. I thought it was incredibly fine.
Yeah, very. As fine as it gets.
There were a few, really cool things that I thought were super cool.
Mm-hmm.
Just some of the design was very nice. Some of the murders were good. Some of the scares were good.
Yes.
But overall, I was like, well, this is, this is just a movie.
Yeah. I had recognized some of the stuff from the video game, and I went, that looks pretty good in a live action version of it. That looks decent. I'm like, that thing is creepy. That thing is creepy.
You need to provide me some background on one character at least. Not yet.
Okay, I will tell you.
We're not in spoilers yet.
I will.
So I will say the plot of this movie.
Okay.
Until Dawn. There's a young lady named Clover. Her sister has disappeared. And so she and a group of her friends who are all just so hot. Just incredibly hot.
Mm-hmm.
There's a hot lady. There's a hot lady. There's a hot lady. Two hot dudes. One's tall. One's not as tall.
Yeah, they got it all.
One's slightly not smooth, he's got a little stubble, and the other one is very smooth. And has very shiny skin. And they are gonna find the sister, or sort of they're just going on a trip together and they're trying to get Clover out of a bad mood, sort of. And I don't know how going to the place where your sister disappeared is a great place to do that, but...
Hey, remember, this is where she sent her final video to you. Isn't that so nice to just be here?
Yeah.
Feel that?
Isn't it nice to just soak in the negativity of this moment?
And the creepy gas station attendant. Isn't that just so nice to just...
Yeah. But I think what they're trying to do is to just be like, well, we can't find her. We might not find her.
Yeah.
Part of moving on from this is just admitting that we might not find her.
We might.
And of course, that's incredibly sad, but it's maybe easier than just going, well, she's probably out there.
She's gotta be. Somewhere.
And we will tell you if she's out there.
Yeah.
Have no fear. But not yet. We can't spoil it yet because we're not there yet. First, before we get to the beef lamuro, the best part of the movie, the lo mein, the worst part of the movie, and some other movies.
Yes.
We got to talk about Magic Mind.
We got to.
I don't know if y'all are familiar with Magic Mind. It's a little performance shot. If you're listening, I'm holding up the bottle. If you're watching, you're looking at the bottle. You're seeing me hold up the bottle. But it's a tiny little performance shot, and it's got a magic formula. I've never read all of these before.
Read them off.
I'm about to read them. It just tastes good. It's like a tasty little performance shot. It's sort of matcha-y, but it tastes less like dirt.
Yeah, exactly.
Like when you drink a matcha, you're like, oh, well, dirt's nice.
Earthy.
But this is like, oh, this tastes like good, which is smart. They switched over the matcha flavor into something really delicious. But their magic formula is as follows. Lion's mane. Bacopa. And cognizant for mental performance. It's got ashwagandha, L-theanine, and turmeric for less stress.
Wow.
Rhodiola, cordyceps, and matcha for calm energy.
Now, I did not know that. Wow.
Which is important because almost every drink that's like, we're going to get you going, makes me feel like I'm vibrating and about to break apart.
That frequency is not good for your health.
It is not good. I just feel like,
and you want...
Like, will eating help? Will anything help?
Will anything save me? You want the engine going, but not so fast that you're going to just completely fall to pieces here, folks.
And this, for some reason, is much better than that. Also, for vitality, there's some vitamin B2, B3, B12, C, and D. It's a tasty little shot. It's called Magic Mind. If you want to get some Magic Mind of your own, we got a deal for you.
You better.
You just go to magicmind.com/FCMay. That is the month.
FCMay.
M-A-Y. FCMay. And you can get 20% off of your purchase or up to 48% off of your subscription.
Now that rules.
And so all you have to do is go there and buy some and get some. And it's really tasty. That's the main thing I like about it, is it tastes good.
Yeah, a lot of this stuff you drink and you're like, ugh. But this stuff you're like, oh, that was nice. And I feel energetic yet calm and clear.
Check out Magic Mind. Have some. It's a tiny little shot. It's tasty. And all you have to do is go to magicmind.com/FCMay. What a good deal.
You may thank yourself for this one.
If only there was a month called Definitely.
Yes.
Because you will definitely thank yourself for buying Magic Mind. Mm-hmm. And you know what? I want to talk about Gyros.
Yes.
There's some parts of this movie, like some movies just have best parts.
Absolutely.
Some movies have worst parts.
Some movies have parts where they just make you question the whole dang pursuit.
What's the point?
What is the point of this?
I will say, I've said that during many movies this year and many movies during my life. But I didn't say that once during this movie.
No, that's true. That is true.
I wasn't like, what's the point of making movies?
That is a huge accomplishment.
Is art a failed concept?
Yeah, maybe there shouldn't be funding for any of this.
Maybe the arts should be destroyed.
Yeah.
And we should all work in factories.
Yeah. I'm sure that'll definitely make us all happier.
Yes. I mean, it did, if you'll remember, it did make Daffy and Porky quite happy.
It is true. Hey, and I'm someone who fantasizes about being a pressure washer, like pressure washing shit for.
Yeah.
I'm like, maybe that's what I need to do.
Do you follow SB pressure washing?
No, I need to get on that immediately. This is not a sponsor, by the way.
No, this is not a sponsor. If they want to sponsor us, we're happy to, because
Yeah.
I love their content. But it
Yeah.
is just like time lapse of a person pressure washing
Wow,
things,
amazing.
and it's really, really feels good.
Yeah, I'm putting out my app today. It's time to switch.
I've done a little pressure washing in my day, and it is one of the few things that feels like you are like making something happen
Yeah, it's like,
in the cleaning world.
that's nice.
Like if you're sweeping, sort of feels like you're doing something.
Yeah,
If you're mopping, it feels like you're doing nothing usually. Like maybe you can look at the water and it's dirty and you're like, well, I guess that's not there anymore.
Yeah.
But
That
for the
is
most
nice.
part, you're like, well, that kind of looks the same.
I have to say, there's some older houses and apartments. No matter how much you sweep, no matter how much you mop, it just like nothing has changed. Like you can pay a freaking cleaning crew, and you're just so like, still feels so
Looks
dirty.
dingy. Though,
Up.
pressure washing, I've done some pressure washing. I worked at a job where we pressure washed a lot of stuff.
Ugh.
And it is crazy the difference.
Yeah, it's like whoa.
So if
Whoa.
you're feeling like lost,
Yeah.
go ahead and get a job pressure washing.
That pressure washer. I knew I was in for it when I bought the pressure washer simulator game and went, yeah, I could
that
do
true?
this. Yeah, I was like, yeah, I could probably. I have heard it's really bad for your ears because the damn things are so loud. You know, so
Get yourself some earplugs.
get earplugs and then ear muffs on top of that, and then you want a third layer to really. You want to wrap your head up.
You want a big beanie to
Yeah.
go over it?
A big beanie. I want
Oversized kind
Robber
of
mask.
Fat Albert beanie.
Yeah, Albert Beanie. That
Though
sounds
Fat
like
Albert
somebody.
did not wear a beanie. It was one of the other guys.
Oh yeah. What? Oh, the guy with the eyes that are coming.
Yeah.
through.
Other than that, we should not discuss Fat Albert.
Yeah. No, we are not bringing that up.
Road.
It is.
You know what my favorite part of Until Dawn is?
What
if,
was
if we
it?
happen to want to discuss that movie,
We should probably at some
talk
point
about it.
touch on it.
There's a moment. They have already died. I think twice. And they have realized that this place is Groundhog Day, but death. And I mean, I guess Groundhog Day is Groundhog Day, but death.
Yeah,
But
because that does take a dark turn at some point.
this is Groundhog Day, but very scary, or supposed to be very scary. Not that scary.
If you were in it, I would be scared.
Oh, I'd be fucking terrified.
The movie didn't quite translate the fear that
Not
I would
that
have.
much. There was one really scary part that we'll discuss next, but not yet. My favorite part is they decide to hide in a bathroom, which seems smart.
Yeah, it does.
And they're just like, okay, we'll hide in here. No one will be able to get us. And they're just kind of trying to figure out, like, what is this place? Why are we here? What's going on? How can we get out of here? And one of the fellas, Abe, they all have really they're not that weird, but there's one guy named Abe and a lady named Clover, and it's just trying a little too hard on the name.
Yeah.
But Abe is like, anybody thirsty? And so they pour water in a little cup. They pass it all around. And Abe's like, oh, I don't feel good.
Yeah.
What's going on? And he explodes.
It blows up, yeah.
His whole body, if you've seen Scanners and see the head explode,
Wow.
Well, it's like that, but his whole body. If you've seen The Fury, spoiler alert, and you've seen a man explode in that movie, who I won't completely spoil it because I won't tell you who explodes.
Yeah, absolutely.
But if you've seen a man explode in that movie, it's like that.
Exactly.
And because they have all passed it around, they all begin to slowly explode. And Megan, who is the small, beautiful Asian one.
Ah, poor lady.
There's like they're all very, very beautiful. They're all tremendously beautiful, but she's the Asian beautiful person.
There you go.
And she, for some reason, slowly explodes.
Oh, man, yeah.
And it's insane.
It's so brutal. I went,
Her leg explodes.
Yeah.
Her belly begins to expand like she's pregnant and then bursts.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
But later, there's a callback to this, which I love.
Yeah, that was fun.
Max and Clover, who used to be in love and aren't in love anymore, but maybe they will be in the future, are hiding from a monster sister.
Yes.
Clover's sister has turned it. Spoiler alert. We already said we're spoiling.
Yeah.
Did we say that?
I don't know, but as soon as we say our favorite part, you should just know, like, oh,
you gotta know by now.
The favorite
Sorry,
part.
if this is your first time.
The favorite part's not going to be in the trailer, folks. Okay.
I hope not.
It better not be.
Well, they're being chased by a former sister who has turned into a monster. And in a very terrifying part, Clover's like, well, we've got a few more chances. Go ahead and kill me.
Yeah.
And she breaks a bottle and has him. I don't know why she won't do it herself.
Yeah, she's like, you do it.
She has him slice her throat open, which is incredibly fucked up.
Yeah, it is pretty wild.
And then Max sees the monster sister, and he's like, fuck this. And he sees a little dripping water, and he lets a little of the gross dripping water drip into his mouth.
Yeah.
And then he yells, fuck you! And explodes.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's really good.
I honestly wanted him to run at her.
Yeah.
And then they both blow up, but
That'd be
I
great.
was like, whatever, this works. But,
sorry. From Dusk Till Dawn also have lots of exploding creatures.
yes, that's fun. Just fun to see stuff. That part was like this weird mix of like funny, but then like so brutal. Because it was just like they drew out that one lady's death so much.
Yes.
And I was like, oh,
Megan's
God.
death is really long.
I was like, oh, she got really... I think they kind of bullied her. Like, they really went hard on, like, killing her. I was like,
That's true.
Okay, geez, like, give her a break.
A lot of people get killed really fast. She seems to get killed quite slowly.
Yeah, like, jeez.
Though, at the same time, maybe it's because they know that she's an empath.
Oh, shoot.
Like,
yeah.
she's, at some point early on, she's like, I can sense something. And everybody's like, you're fucking stupid. And then, of course, she can sense everything.
She can sense things.
And then they start really killing her.
They're like, let's really draw it out. Yeah, it is bad.
Though I guess everybody gets killed kind of brutally, but maybe
Oh,
not as
yeah.
slowly.
Everyone gets at least one, like, really, like, ooh, that would suck.
Yeah.
I did like when the, I forget her name, one of the ladies.
Is it Nose Ring?
Nose Ring. She has...
Her name is Nina.
Nina. Yes, the one who's signing the book.
Yeah.
She is fed up with her boyfriend and then just stabs him with a pickaxe. I was like, oh my God. And then when the killer comes to finish him off, she goes, him first. And then the killer... I was like, that was pretty fun. That was a wild... Because that guy was not the best dude. Let's be real.
He was in full self-preservation mode.
Yes, yeah.
Which is, in some ways, understandable.
Yeah.
But it does make you the second-tier villain of a horror movie.
Yeah, it really does.
Because people are like, what? We should all survive.
And... I thought that was the beautiful message of the movie. Oh, if you work together and like aren't just worried about yourself, you might make it out.
It's like damn Saw, whichever one that is.
One of them.
3? 4?
Something.
Definitely 2.
Definitely 2.
For sure 2.
And I don't know if they quite got the message soon enough.
They did not at all. Tweet at us at Food Courtcast. Which Saw movies do they have to work together in?
Work together.
A lot of it's not really fair of Jigsaw, because in some of them you definitely cannot work together.
Yeah, it's like, oh, this is bad.
There's no way to work together. But also he's like, well, I don't know. Here's 5 of you. You have to work together now.
Yeah.
Come on, Jigsaw.
Good luck.
We love your work.
We love what you do, but
just take it easy, man.
We're counting down the 5 worst Jigsaw traps.
Tell your favorites in the comments. Yeah. Tell your least favorites in the comments.
Favorite.
Did you hear they're not making a Saw 11? I'm very hurt by this
they
concept.
said, we're just done. We're done with it.
Saw X is fine, but
we've seen it all.
Saw 11, just give me more. I love Saw. Okay, what else I love, man?
What else?
Is you telling me the best part of this movie, Until Dawn.
Oh my gosh, the best part.
The best part?
I did rather love the explosive scene. I thought, wow, this is actually kind of intense and dreadful. Like,
yes.
I really was like, oh, this would be like knowing you're gonna blow up, like no matter what. It's like, well, I drank it, so. And like you would almost want to just start downing the water as fast as you. It's like, okay, just blow me up. I don't want to have what happened to the other. Like,
I don't want to slowly blow up.
Yeah, I did like when the therapist, the German therapist man comes, or Russian. Sorry, I was like gonna say Russian, and then I went German, and then I went, no, he's Russian.
Is he Russian in the movie?
I don't know. I have no idea. Actually,
tweet at us if you are Peter Stormare, star of other movies. Tweet at us at Food Courtcast.
I don't know if he is. Now my brain's like, which one is it? I don't know.
Where is he from?
Where is he from? But I like when he steps over Clover's body before she blows up, and he's like telling her something, and she's like, "What the?" And I love a nice.
You
so
do
that
love
was
a nice
fun, and I love when the boyfriend can't, or the ex-boyfriend, I guess, of Clover, he can't.
Oh, Max.
Max, he can't kill her. He's like, I won't kill you. Then he just blows up. I was like, that's nice. That was really nice. But I guess overall, I'll just say like the practical effects.
Yeah.
I thought that was the best part. It looked really good and was like really fun to see and gross at times.
Quite yucky.
Yeah, very yucky. Ew.
I mean, when in that scene when he slashes her throat, it's like, holy fuck.
Oh, mama.
That's rough.
Yeah, I went, ooh.
Rough.
Barracuda.
Rough.
But I thought that was great. I thought they did a good job. The creature designs were fun.
They're cool.
Yeah, I like the. I'll get to it in the bad parts. I'll save it. But I mean, some of it was from the game, so that was really fun to see. Like the guy that they keep in the viewing thing, and he slowly degrades.
Yes, he's turning into the. I don't know what he's turning
Wendigo thing.
Oh, he's turning into Wendigo.
Thing was straight up from the game, and I was like, "Oh, cool, fun to see."
Is the mask guy in the game?
Yeah, the mask guy is in the game as well.
Is his mask hammered to his face?
I think so. Yeah,
cool.
Pretty intense.
That's cool.
You can't blame him. I would be pretty upset if that had happened to me. I'd be like, "Well,
I'd start killing people.
I might have to start." Killing people.
I really enjoyed the witch's house.
Yeah, that was fun.
Where all the masks are.
Yeah,
I thought that was very creepy to have all of those masks and then to have one person actually wearing the mask. And I thought that was cool.
That was really nice. I liked the two though that like after Clover got possessed and had the mask on, she's like going to try and kill someone, and the other mask guy runs her over with the car. Oh yes. I was like, whoa. So even if she is possessed, they all have to die. So
it's not fair.
No. I said, oh,
I'm evil.
I'm evil now. Come on. The witch though, that thing was unstoppable. As soon as you get grabbed, well, you got grabbed. That was pretty freaky.
And she makes you breathe evil.
Yeah.
She puts a mask and it turns you evil somehow.
It took me back to what is it? Insidious 3 days?
Maybe?
Chapter 3 with the old man with the air thing.
Oh yes. Another thing I liked, if you don't mind me saying,
Please tell me.
there's a section where Abe discovers that he's made videos of all of their nights.
Yeah.
One of the things that happens to you as you die is your brain becomes kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
And you have no idea how long you have been dying, which is pretty cool. Mm-hmm. And so there's like a few mini movies that he plays.
Yeah.
One is the one that's in the trailer where there's like a little worm in the cheek.
Yeah.
That's fucking horrifying.
Gross.
It's really gross.
Yeah.
And my favorite is they're wandering down this red hallway. And they're like all fucking scared. And they turn around and one of the masks is really far away.
Yeah.
And then it gets super big. And like, I don't know how they did the effect. It's probably some kind of, combo of practical and fake shit. But that was like the one part of the movie that was like, holy fuck, I'm scared.
Yeah, that thing was freaky.
It was
like,
really freaky. And it was like one of those things where it just grew as it got closer to you in the hallway.
Very interesting.
And it scared the shit out of me.
I was like, what the hell is that?
Is that in the game?
I don't remember that thing. But
That thing was awesome.
yeah, it was very cool.
It was so cool.
I went, oh.
And it made me, now, I want everyone to do a found footage horror movie because I sadly love the genre.
It's a classic genre.
But that part was like, man. And especially it was cool, like, I think that one of the cool things about found footage horror movies is that the degradation of the video is inherent in the thing.
Absolutely.
And I like the fact that, like, evil can affect the video or something.
Yes. I have to, I love data mosh stuff and like the, like I really like the one where it's just like a siren, like almost like an atomic bomb.
Yes.
And then like their eyes are just like bleeding and it's like,
what the fuck's happening?
That was really cool. And I have to shout out my dear friend, Jason Luckett, who he did a movie a while back about like, it's all about glitch stuff. It's like a horror movie where the glitch stuff is the evil. It's called Hipster Potato. Go check it out.
Go check out Hipster Potato. I haven't seen it, but I trust you.
It's good. It's a good one.
I trust you.
It's very good.
Okay, another thing I liked. The masked man who has been chasing them the whole movie. They finally get him down on the ground.
Yes, finally.
They have stolen his sledgehammer, and they smash his head. And that's really good.
That was awesome, yeah.
It's a really good fucking smash. And his head just goes splash, and like blood goes.
I think there's an eyeball present. I was like,
yes. I forgot.
Oh.
Max gets stabbed in the eye, and then the eye stays on the piece of wood.
Man, when that first happened, I was like, oh, this is going to be kind of a crazy movie. Yeah. I did not expect that.
Yeah.
But damn.
It's kind of fucked up, this movie.
Yeah, I really like how he tries to hit him with a chair, and it does, like, nothing. I was like, oh,
does
God.
Nothing.
Dang. That would suck.
Are there other good things? Or are you ready to talk shit?
Yeah, we've kind of talked. I like the design and stuff. I like the scene where Clover's like hiding from the Wendigo thing, and it's like dark, and it's like it kind of felt like a Lights Out.
Oh yes, that part was really fun.
Every time it gets dark, it's a little bit closer type.
Yeah, for some reason there was a flashing red light.
Yeah.
Oh, they had it was like a street light.
Yeah.
Not a street light, a stoplight.
Stoplight.
Is the name of that word.
Stoplight.
Though the stoplight also makes you go and slow.
Yeah, exactly.
Why is it only the negativity that we're talking about?
I don't know.
Let's call it a go light.
Go light. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Move it, folks.
Let's go.
I did like the idea of like the town all being underground.
That was really cool.
I was like,
there were some cool bits in that as well, like the for monsters falling through sunroofs is really
well, that was really fun.
Good.
Yeah, that was I liked the underground. I wish they would have explored the town more a little bit, because I was really like, cool. Ooh. Like when they showed the whole town like kind of coming back was really neat, and like the like I saw the what's it called? Ferris wheel.
Yes.
And, there's an offshoot Until Dawn game that's kind of like circusy themed.
Ooh.
Like you're on this little track doing this like roller coaster, like shooting things. And I I was like, oh, I would love to see something over there, and then they didn't.
Until Dawn 2.
Oh, maybe.
I don't know if this will this make enough money? I bet it will.
Maybe. I don't know. I do know that, and this is big spoiler, but
Okay.
I really liked at the end when they show the security cameras change to the next location.
Yes.
Because that's where the first game is set, and I was like, oh. And there's a point where they show Rami Malek, because he's in the game, they show his, like, case file that the therapist is going through, and I was like, oh, that's a fun nod. These are fun little nods.
That is cool. Another thing that I thought of, finally, I really like the setup of them getting to the Welcome Center.
Yeah.
Because they're, like, driving through this, like, pouring buckets of water,
Yeah, so much.
rain, and then they just drive out of it, and it's not raining. And they notice that, like, there's just a wall of rain all around them. The sky above them is clear and beautiful.
Yeah.
And at one point, Abe and Nina drive out, try to escape, but they see this massive monster, like a 100-foot tall
That was
monster.
wild. I was like, oh, shit.
It was really cool.
Yeah, I thought
And
that
then
was fun.
They drove back.
I feel like it was like, it had a lot of really fun ideas.
Yes.
I think it's always tough to figure out tone, and like that was a little jagged in this movie. And I was like, I can't quite figure out what the tone is.
We're turning negative.
Yeah, we
You
are
feel
turning
it.
negative.
Let's talk about our low mains. This is not my lowest main, but I want to mention it while we're talking about it. I think in general, because of the Groundhog Day thing, like it got a little samey.
That's
I was
tough.
expecting that, like, each new night there was a different creature, and in some ways there was,
Yeah.
but there was also the same creatures.
Yeah, a lot of
Like the fact that the masked guy is every night around, like he should just not be there every night.
Yeah,
because it makes it feel like the same thing that already happened. So like that is, I think, something that holds the movie back from being like truly, wow, this is a brand new thing each night. That's cool.
Yes.
Oh,
that
we have like all these tiny horror movies that are happening. That's sort of what I expected. It's like
was one of my favorite ideas about it, and
Yeah.
I was really looking for, because they even say it. They're like, oh, like you can't prepare for it, like that's what makes it
Yes.
scary. But yeah, then it starts to be like, I mean, and by the end, it's literally just like 40 zombies, and you're like, well,
okay,
yeah, I don't know.
you know, it's about the same.
It's the same, yeah.
It's about the same.
But I mean, like I like that they beat the Masked Man. Like it's nice that they
Yes.
finally triumph. But
That was great.
Yeah, it did have the samey thing where I was like,
It
all
was
right.
very samey. But the worst part, Mampy,
Tell me.
I'll tell you the low main of this
Tell me
movie.
the worst part of this effing movie.
The worst part of this fucking piece of shit. No, it's fine. The worst part, though, is the movie is built up on this concept that they are going to find the sister, or at least that they are attempting to find the sister, and then they do find her, and she is a demon.
Yeah.
She's a monster or a demon or something, and at first Clover's like, we gotta find a way to save her or whatever. And then there's one point when she's fighting with her monster sister, and she's like, I can't save you.
Yeah.
And then she like kills her on a piece of wood or something. And I thought the killing of the monster was good.
Yeah.
But it felt like that moment wasn't given enough weight.
Not at all.
Because it seems like if you find your long lost sister and she's turned into a monster, and then you realize you can never save her, that seems like it would be a very heavy moment.
Yeah.
That would be given some weight.
Not
And
just.
it was just kind of
All
like she killed her and it was cool.
Yeah.
I feel like there should have been at least, and now I didn't need a flashback to when they were kids or whatever.
No.
But some of her just to say like, I'm sorry I couldn't save you or something like that. And then she kills her.
Exactly.
Just like, I'm sorry I couldn't save you. Here you go.
And even if you want to go a kind of more cheesy, hopeful route, like she kills her and then she's like freed from it or so, like
Yes.
she's dead, but she's like, well, I'm not trapped in this.
I would
nightmare.
love that.
Yeah.
But in the way they did it is she was killed, and she's probably still trapped in there for.
Yeah, it's like, well, that
I
sucks.
was like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's pretty,
doesn't feel great.
that's a big bummer.
That's like this. I saw this animated film from Japan where there's like it's like this ghost cat, and he's like trying to take this girl to see her dead mom, and like her mom's like literally in hell, and like a janitor there basically, and sorry, this is big spoilers, but they like get out and the demons get the mom back, and they're like, you're gonna get really tortured for this, and she's like, yep. Well, bye, daughter. And I was like, what? Like, that's it? I was like, that's horrible. What the fuck? And they're like, it's okay, though. Keep smiling. I was like,
What?
What the fuck?
This is like a children?
Yeah, it's
okay.
very odd.
Good.
I was like, what the hell? I don't know,
Hey, the
it
kids
felt
need
weird.
to know that if you're a janitor, it's torture.
Yeah, it's true. But it was, that type of stuff is always weird. It's like, wait. That didn't really solve the issue.
No, you didn't fix it.
Yeah, he didn't.
I mean, I guess sometimes you don't fix things, but you probably shouldn't let someone stay in hell in a kid's movie.
Yeah, a little odd. But
Who am I?
And in this, it was like she didn't really have like a crying. She was just like, well, I killed her. All right.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, see you later.
Toodaloo.
Toodaloo, she's dead. And they don't really talk about it or anything. It's just like, oh, we got out.
Oh, we're free. Sister's still being tortured in hell forever.
Yeah, but
though I wonder, do you think she enjoys being a monster?
Yeah, maybe at that point you're like, I'm a monster. That's what I do.
I love to chase people.
Which in that way, it is a nice curse. It's like, well, we're all coming together.
That's true.
For common goal.
Hey,
it's cool.
Sinners.
Yeah, exactly. It all ties back, honestly.
It all goes back to Sinners. But what's the worst part of this movie, man?
So my not beef lamb, my lo mein, no meat.
Lo mein? What kind of lo mein you having?
I sometimes go shrimp. I'm going veggie this time. A veggie lo mein.
Are they doing a tofu in there, or what are they doing?
I think just some cabbage.
Okay.
Maybe some carrots. Maybe I don't know, onions. Something
like carrots.
In there. Oh, so good. What
they
a
don't
great
do this.
vegetable.
They do. I feel like it's more in Vietnamese food, but like a nice radish.
Oh my gosh! Put that radish in there, baby.
I love a fucking radish.
Give me a radish. I want a radish. I want it
Come
now.
at me. What's the worst part of this fucking movie?
But I would say to me, if you're gonna have a movie where the whole bit is like it just keeps happening, you gotta have really good characters that I really like, because otherwise I'm gonna be like, man, I still just don't like these characters. So it happening to them sucks, but I'm like, I just don't really I don't feel connected to them, and I don't feel like they're connected to each other.
Yeah.
Like, horror movies always try to do that thing where the characters are like, kind of don't like each other, and they're like, oh yeah, good one, Gabe. Like that type of stuff. And it's like, this dialogue is kind of lame, and it's just not working. They don't ever seem to like each other, and that's why I'm always like, how is this a friend group? No one likes each other. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me.
You should like each other.
That was a little off, and I never quite felt that invested in anybody. So
if you don't like your friends, they don't have to be your friends.
That is true. You can go move on. All right.
Unless you need them for something. I think it's perfectly fine to use people. But if there's someone who you just don't like and they're not useful to you, get rid of them.
Just go. Bye-bye.
What if you get stuck in a evil nightmare scenario where you have to relive the same night over and over and be killed like 13 times?
Now that could be bad.
And you're with friends you don't like that much?
Oh gosh, that would be awful.
It would be bad.
It'd be like in The Mist, where they're trapped in a grocery store full of just like annoying people, and you're like, oh God.
Yeah.
Why do we gotta be stuck in here?
At least in that movie, they're like kind of interesting annoying.
Yeah. That is true. Give him something.
Yeah, but
Yeah, everyone felt kind of like, I don't know, like pale imitations of actual characters or something. Like the bully guy wasn't quite fully that. Like everyone was just kind of quite not. Like the girl wasn't, Evil Dead lady who's like depressed. She wasn't quite that level of depressed.
She didn't seem depressed.
Yeah, it was just a little bit odd. Mm-hmm. And I also really didn't like how they very last minute tried to shove in stuff to make it have any meaning. Mm-hmm. Like him and the girl, like they had like a line of like, if we make it this isn't our last time, like we'll have another chance. And then they tried to bring that back up and like, this is our last chance. And then the like random flashback to the sisters talking felt so forced.
Really weird.
They tried to bring that back. And I was like, this isn't, this isn't working. Like this like work. Big message thing. But that's why I like just nailing the tone. Like if they had wanted to lean fully into a cabin in the woods type of like craziness, it just didn't quite ever land in any type of thing.
No.
Which was tough. And it's tough to do when you just have little vignettes of people getting killed. I get that. But
yes.
Yeah.
If they're just a little more likable in some way.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
I thought of another thing I liked. I
regret
to inform you.
Oh.
Dr. Hill. Clover is with Dr. Hill.
Yes.
And she's in his lab. Well, I guess it's kind of his office where he has little cameras where he watches them. And how does he not get killed?
I don't know. I don't really understand. I feel like in the game he's more of like he's like a magical entity.
Oh, okay.
Which I guess maybe in this he is as well, because
it makes a little more sense if he's a magical entity.
Yeah, because I think
and not just a doctor.
He'll be back, and if they do a second one,
I would assume he'll be back.
Yeah, he's like, hey, what's up?
In this movie, there's a little drop of water on his desk, and we know about the water.
Don't drink that water.
And Clover very sneakily moves his coffee cup over to where the water is dripping and gets a few drops of the Explodo water.
Explodo water.
And then Dr. Hill explodes, and it's good.
It is a good bit.
I liked when he explodes.
I love that. I was like, now that's because they trick you. They put a little like letter opener next to it, and it's like, is she gonna stab him? No.
Yeah.
She's gonna straight up blow his ass.
She's gonna blow this motherfucker up.
And to put your coffee anywhere near dripping water is pretty wild.
This guy's stupid.
Not to mention, how did you make the coffee? Since coffee is water, but
that's a tough one.
That was a little. I was like, I guess he's sourcing water from another.
Yeah, he gets it delivered.
Yeah,
he's making
Amazon.
Coffee using Evian.
Yeah. But hey, sometimes you just gotta let that logic go.
I didn't care because at the end he exploded.
That was nice.
That's all I wanted.
The blow up.
Someone else to explode.
Ugh, just let him blow up.
Okay, I don't have a ton more negative things because I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
So it was just kind of like the negative things are like, I
really, something I did like. Oh. I really liked when Clover's sister runs out to kill her because Clover has the bear trap on her leg.
Yes.
And then Max picks it up and bear traps the sister's face. I was like, whoa, that was a fun one. I was like, dang, that would hurt so
bad. You should
bad.
put it on her face. Another thing that I was disappointed by is that it begins with a kind of cool Philip Glass-esque spooky theme of these like cool arpeggios and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then that sort of goes away for the most part.
Yeah.
And and now this is almost all movies, but if there had been some theme or some combination of themes to bring everything together, it really would have been nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there just wasn't. What are you gonna do?
That's tough. Yeah. The music can really make a B movie turn into an A. I've always said this.
We should have good music in movies.
Come on, baby. Bring it back. Bring it back.
There are still talented people, right?
Oh, I know there is. There's people, talented people listening to this right now.
Really?
Across the globe. It's coming into their ears and they're going, I'm that talented person. I'm going to make music for movies.
You should. Someone should.
While there's still movies and while there's still music, you better get on it.
Get Ludwig Göransson.
Please.
We like Ludwig Göransson.
Ludwig.
Did you like the Sinners score, by the way?
I thought it was fun.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I thought that movie was pretty dang good overall.
Yeah, I agree.
If you didn't hear the pod about it, that was my
head on back.
Yeah.
Just click one back, and we're back there. Boop, boop. And you know what? We can't only talk. Do you have anything else to say about Until Dawn?
I just wish they had shown a werewolf. They showed a drawing of it, and I was like, "Where's the werewolf?"
Absolutely.
Yeah. I went, what the hell?
Have you seen Waxwork at all, or Waxwork 2?
No, I don't know what this is.
It's like not a great movie, but it's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Basically, there's like a magical wax museum.
Okay.
And if you go there, there's all these like wax figures that are portraying figures that are sort of inspired by classic horror movies.
Okay.
Like there's like a werewolf in there. I think there's Dracula. I don't know. There's different monsters and stuff. But when you walk, like if you're stupid enough to walk into the waxwork, you get like turned into the movie. Like you're inside of that movie. And it's a amazing concept.
Interesting, yeah.
And it is like very similar to this, where like different things happen. Like you're just in a 15-minute werewolf movie.
Oh wow, interesting.
And if they had done that, fuck,
that'd have been fun.
That would have kicked my ass.
Yeah,
that would have been amazing.
It needed more clear, like, okay, this is the thing of the night. Like,
yes,
it just wasn't that.
This is slasher night. There's a big guy with a mask. This is witch night. There's
exactly.
The other guy shouldn't be there.
Exactly. No other guy.
This is Monster Night. And also, one of the bad things about the masks is a lot of the monsters look similar.
Yeah, that's tough.
So, just a little bit of delineation.
Some
style changes.
Change it up.
That is one really cool thing about Waxwork is like when they go into different movies, it's like if this is an old timey movie, they go into a black and white movie.
Yes, that's fun.
And it's just really.
And yeah, this one, they were stuck in that dang welcome center so many times. It's like, okay, go somewhere else in the town, like change the scenery.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it did get a little stale.
Or at the very least, it's like, well, the lighting is different in a witch movie than it is in a slasher movie.
Very true.
Just change it up a little bit.
Change it up, folks.
Have more candlelight or something.
Variety is the spice of life.
But we can't only talk about Until Dawn.
No.
We have to get to a little segment we like to call Panda Express presents Express Yourself about the movies you watched this week. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Ding 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 bing 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 ding 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 brink brink brink. It's time for the Panda Express boop boop because we got some things to express ding ding about the things we watched boop boop this week. Da da ba da ba.
Did you watch any movies?
The utmost displeasure to tell you that I have not watched anything else this week. Sad to say.
Mampy, I watched a million movies.
Oh, perfect.
So I'm here to help you out.
Thank you so much, my friend.
One thing I watched was I've been recapping the Mission Impossible movies in preparation for new one is it in May?
Oh, is it?
Or is it in June?
I'm not sure.
Tweet at us at FoodForecast. When does the next Mission Impossible movie happen?
I forgot.
I think it's soon.
Yeah.
And I'm excited. Mm-hmm. I think my ranking is going to be changing around like crazy this time.
Yeah. Ooh.
Because I have rewatched 2, 3, and 4. I watched Mission Impossible 1 pretty recently. Mm-hmm. 2, I thought was one of the worst. And I think it still is one of the worst.
Yeah.
But it's much better than 3.
Oh, yeah.
Which I think is objectively... it is subjectively the very worst.
It's just... bland. I remember being kind of a bland movie.
This is the thing I think this was the second time I've ever seen it, because I was just like, well, I don't care about this movie. But, trying to catch up. And it is not as fun as the other ones.
Yeah.
Like, there's people being threatened in all of the movies, and like someone might die or whatever.
Yeah.
But in this one, it's like, oh yeah. It's like trying too hard to be like, this is real. This isn't one of those movies where you have fun.
No.
This is one of those really great movies where you have a great time.
Yeah, exactly.
This is a real movie about real people dying.
It's a bit
like that's not what this should be.
That doesn't feel like Mission Impossible to me.
Even in the first one, which has some people dying, it's still you're just still like, wow, I'm having a great time.
Yeah,
everybody's getting killed. This is great.
Yeah,
I'm smiling. And 2 is completely insane.
Yeah, very different vibe.
Completely insane movie. Yeah. But I had fun. 4 is amazing.
4 on. That's my Mission Impossible.
At some point, I thought it might be my favorite. I think it has moved down a bit.
Okay.
But I think it's really good.
It's fun.
This is the thing. I saw it in IMAX.
Ooh.
When it first came out. Mm-hmm. So you get to see the super duper insane, massive Burj Khalifa stuff.
Yeah.
And if I saw it again in IMAX, I bet I would be like, well, this is definitely the best.
This is the best one. Yeah.
But seeing it at my home, I was like, this is still really great. It's one of my favorites. Maybe not the best.
Not the best, but very fun.
We'll wait until the replay. But I'm thinking for me, it's going to be a toss-up between 1 and Fallout.
Wow, okay. Fallout is very good.
Fallout's fucking
It was
awesome.
so intense. It was just like, oh, gosh.
We, as you know, if you've heard the first episode of the show, feel free to go all the way back. We survived a race war.
That was insane.
When we went to see this movie.
Whew, insanity.
And we had to see it. I had to see it again at least because it was kind of interrupted by a race war.
I'll never forget. It's so funny how like you think a movie has like stakes and like intensity, and then real stuff happens, and you go, "Oh, I don't feel the fake stuff isn't doing anything for me anymore." Because
it was tough.
Yeah, I was like,
it was like right near the end.
Yeah,
and people were about to fight.
It's like, oh,
and then
God.
we like sat down and watched the rest of the movie, and it was like, oh, okay, this has kind of ruined the movie.
I love the priorities thing though, that we can be like, okay, let's finish the movie, and then the moment the credits hit, let's fight. It's like it's a cycle. It's really wild.
I agree, though.
Yeah.
If I were them, I would have said, hey, let's not interrupt this movie for these nice people.
Let's fight later.
Let's go yell the N-word at each other.
Yep, classic.
Outside.
Let's have a full-on duel.
Yes.
Swords.
That's fine.
Let's do that.
And next, Mampy, this is where I'm really going to blow your fucking mind.
Tell me about it.
I watched Batman and Robin.
What?
Which I have gathered from the internet is hated. And I think it's pretty good.
It's such a... You have to be in full goofy mode because it is just pure silliness.
Absolutely.
This is a hot take.
The Mr. Freeze stuff, it does get very annoying.
Goofy. Yeah, you're like, what the hell?
But at the same time, it's like his makeup looks cool and insane.
Yeah, he does.
Uma Thurman is incredibly hot.
Yeah,
and,
I remember.
Very cool, doing like a Katharine Hepburn kind of impression as Poison Ivy.
Yeah.
There's a moment when George Clooney as Bruce Wayne is talking to Alfred. When he's talking to Alfred, and Alfred thinks he's going to die, and they're having this moment, and they like say "I love you" to each other, and it's like genuinely just like a really solid scene where there's just two people acting.
That was a good Alfred. I always like that Alfred.
Yeah, he's amazing. And in general, it is like much more styled like the 1960s TV show.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Exactly. Yeah, I think it was cool.
And it is like when I watched that movie, I don't think it's necessarily a good movie, but I have a ton of fun.
Yeah, exactly.
And maybe who knows what that means.
It is interesting. Like,
I don't know how you rank a movie like that.
it's very goofy and
Yes, incredibly.
yeah, like over the top. But I mean, honestly, sometimes I'm like, I think that's better in a comic book.
Yes.
Like, and it's not like Deadpool goofy. It's like, oh no, there's like almost Spider-Man 1. It's like, it's more goofy than Spider-Man 1, but that is the type of comic book movie where I'm like, okay, we are in a comic book world. This isn't just like, oh, this is real life, but with superheroes. I don't like that at all. I find that kind of lame. But
Mission Impossible 3.
it's fun. I mean, Batman, I feel like does lean itself to be gritty because it does have dark stuff, but
Sure.
it's fun to see it in this light too. As a kid, I loved the movie. I thought it was really fun, and watching it now, they're like,
You were right.
yeah, exactly. You just have to embrace it. I remember, I mean, there's like a really crazy flight chase with Mr. Freeze that is like, looks like a like a screensaver. Like,
Some
it
of the
looks so
CG is
psycho.
fucking
It's like,
garbage.
what the hell?
It is true. Some of it is truly bad.
But my favorite line, definitely of Arnold Schwarzenegger's career, is he goes, "This year's forecast, ice." And I was like, that isn't even like a pun. It's just, he's just saying ice. I was like, that's crazy.
Truly, some of the effects are really miserable.
You go, ooh, ooh.
So that's a tough part.
Yeah.
But like sometimes they're just in a massive room with thousands of people.
So crazy.
And like some of them are dancing and like all of them have costumes and it's like, oh my God, wow.
And bring back Batman falling through glass into a room like, hello, bring him back. I'm Batman.
Oh.
Love a Batman.
It is just, and this is really is how stupid things have gotten. But it's just so nice to see a man who's on wires float through the air.
It's fun.
It's like you
Bring it
see
back.
the camera moves and you see him float.
I love it.
He is floating.
Yeah.
They made him float.
Float.
He jumps through the air and he flies across the room.
The beauty.
And you just see him fly. just really, that's what I like to see in movies.
I know, the magic, the cinema. Bring it back, folks.
And I don't know, there's just colored lights and stuff.
Yeah, that always
But it's not like fucking John Wick, which I like. I do love John Wick.
Of course.
But it's not like John Wick where the only light is the colored light.
Yeah.
They put other lights up.
Yes, it's nice.
They hang lights all over.
You go, wow.
So you can see people's faces.
Look at these lights.
Sometimes they get lights just for the eyeballs.
I love
Fucking cool.
those old school lighting techniques where it'd be like, whew, that's so
Yeah.
fun. I like that.
It kicks ass. Kind of a dumb movie.
Yeah.
Sometimes looks horrible. But some of it is like,
Ooh.
I'm having a great time.
I know. I think sometimes that's the real goal. You're just like, oh, I'm just lost in this, having a really fun time.
This should be what happens in a comic book movie.
I agree.
What if this is, though we're loath to say it, a thing for children,
Yeah.
for 13-year-olds at most.
Whether it be the actual child or the child in you, like I
child within
totally
us.
get it, but it is odd that we make it like, no, it's like there's a president who turns into the Hulk. It's like, why are you just like make it?
What are his
goofy.
politics?
Yeah, I know. It's like, which I know they do in comics, but it's like, you gotta get that comic vibe. I feel like, or it just doesn't quite work.
Man,
for
oh
me.
man, almost nothing has it.
Yeah,
these days.
it's true.
I mean, basically nothing. None of the movies that are comic book movies, even the ones that I like, I'm almost never like, wow, it's just like a comic.
It's just like, it's like I'm there.
It feels like it feels cool and colorful, and there's a frame, like, oh, there's a cool frame. Wow, look at that.
Wow.
Now, this is obviously incredibly sad thing to say about Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
Just kind of a stupid movie, but
yeah.
just make a fun movie. That's all I want.
That's all we want.
If we have to be subjected to these movies,
Yeah.
make them fun.
It is getting, we're at a critical level where I'm like, you just kind of give it a rest. Like, let's just give
Fingers
it a
crossed
rest.
about Sinners.
Yeah.
and the way that affects the people.
Please, let's have some more fun, just like new stuff.
This is a fun movie. What if it was fun?
You can have a little bit of stuff for the superhero people. Like, that's fine.
Yes.
Throw in a little fun stuff, but it can also have characters and the story that's interesting.
Yes. I don't know. What are we watching next week? Do you have any idea?
Ooh, I don't even know what's out.
Listener, watcher, tweet at us at Food Court Cast. Send us a message. Comment on one of our videos.
Yes.
Subscribe to any of the things.
Any of it.
Tell a friend. That is really the most important one.
Yes, tell a
because that's the only one. I think that's the only one that actually means anything.
Yeah.
Tell a friend.
Oh, yeah. Then you go, I've been listening to this podcast. Oh, yeah. What podcast is that? Podcast?
Now, when people recommend things to me, I go, I don't care. I don't say that out loud, but I go, I'm stuck in my ways, and I will never do anything other than the things that I do.
That's great.
But you
have a chance. You still have a chance.
You have a chance to get out of this. Break free.
Get out of
the chains of your being in high school. I can listen to other music. But thanks so much for listening.
Oh, yeah. What a delight.
Thanks if you did subscribe. If you happen to subscribe, that's the thing I'm most thankful for.
A miracle.
Mampy? Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Thank you.
On behalf of you, Mampy Hikes, I'm Sean Parrott, saying to all of our wonderful listeners, bon appetit.